Hey everyone, so I am so excited to share this video about my breast implant removal process. And before I show you where I'm at right now, so I am going to take off this t-shirt. If you have little ones in the room and you don't want them to see, definitely I would escort them out of the room. But I am going to take off this t-shirt. I have a sports bra underneath. So that way I can kind of show you where I'm at with my breasts at the moment, the best that I can without revealing too much. Keep it a little rated PG-13. But before that, I'm gonna go ahead and share with you just like the before photos of what I looked like with my implants, and then a few photos after my surgery and just what I've been going through. So here are a couple photos. Hey everyone, so I'm one day out from my explant surgery and I'm more than thrilled and excited about everything. I am gonna show you my current, how I look right now, and so that you can get the after and before. So these are implants. They should have been a small D, but they're more of a full C. I had, hopefully nothing shows, I have capsular contraction. For now, this is what I can show you, but when I got my implants, they weren't crazy big, not a huge size. I think it fit my body frame really, really well. That's what everyone told me, so most people don't know I have implants. Tomorrow is my surgery. I'm actually gonna fast today. They didn't tell me to fast the entire day. Today's Monday, but I chose to just fast the entire day so I can kind of collect my thoughts and kind of prepare myself mentally and my body, hopefully, for what's about to happen tomorrow. So I'll update you guys and do my best to record the journey, and yeah. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today is a very special video and I definitely wanted to release this before the end of 2022. So I'm really excited that I'm finally going to share my explant journey with you. So I got my implants in a little over a decade ago it doesn't matter, just over a decade ago. And at that time, I was very much in a different mindset of why I wanted implants. First of all, reflecting now, I noticed I wanted my implants in because I want to feel more of a woman, more feminine. I definitely had double A's, which means half an A cup boob. I was very flat chested and I was very insecure about that. And through growing up and also watching pornography, I saw that, wow, these women, they're so beautiful and lustful. And I think I had it in my head that breasts make me more of a woman and more attracted. So definitely I was in that mind frame. Not everyone gets implants because of those reasons. And this is just me sharing my views, my journey, and my opinions, and they don't need to be everyone else's. So I got implants in from a doctor in Beverly Hills, and immediately that's how it filled out my shape. I felt more confident for sure, but I did definitely struggle with some issues, which are capsular contractions where your breast hardens. So my breasts never softened up. They did stay hard, and I'm very thankful though. Sometimes because of the contraction, the capsules, they tighten really like a lot, and sometimes the breast can look really distorted. And so for the 10 years, I was able to not have them so distorted. They stayed pretty normal until right before my surgery. I noticed my right boob was getting a little distorted because of the squeezing and the tension. During the 10 years, it was definitely, I did lose sensation on my lower boob, and I think a new issue arose where I was self-conscious with how hard they were. And so they looked great, but to the feel, they were never soft. It was really annoying to lay down fully. And I know with a lot of things coming up right now, there are talks about breast implant illness, which I'm not sure if I had. So some of those symptoms are brain fog, depression, and autoimmune disorders. And I mean, over the decade of 10 years, I don't know if that contributed to, I did have depression, I did have anxiety, you know, I did have a lot of brain fog. And 3 years ago, I had an awakening, which I actually shared a video about that too, so you can check that out. But that awakening really cleared me of my depression and a lot of my brain fog. And sitting here today in front of you sharing this story, I can say I don't really have brain fog. So I don't know if it was the breast implant or if it was awakening that cleared all that for me, but I'm really glad I took out my implants. Super happy. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this shirt off. So like I said, if you have children or someone that you don't want to see this video with because it feels uncomfortable, definitely save this video for another time. But I'm just gonna take off this t-shirt, and I have a sports bra under to show you where I'm at. So you'll notice that this boob is pretty big. It almost looks like my implant size, and this boob, there is no boob. So this is what I have right now. I don't know if you can see. I have to say I'm very happy with my boob. So just to talk about the process and how grateful and lucky I am, I prayed about it about a year ago, and I was really convicted to take off these implants at that time. And I was going around to look at surgeons of taking them out, but then also a little bit of my self-conscious came back up, and I thought, okay, let me get fat transferred because I remembered how flat I was. And the doctors at that time were like, you know, you have really little fat, but we can do that through liposuction. Just to let you know, liposuction is a very high-risk surgery from what I've been learning. And so most of the doctors were on board about it. It is very costly as well. I was going to take the lipo from other parts of my body and put that fat into, so fat grafting into my boobs. But then I got a consultation with he's been doing surgery implants for 25 years, and he just told me how it's not worth it. You're not going to get that much fat out of you. It's very high risk, and the cost of it, you're just not going to be happy. And I'm really grateful he said that, because during that process, I was also having issues with my breast. Before I go into that, I was finding out that when I was getting these consultations of how much is it going to cost to take these boobs out, get reconstruction, it was going to cost about 15 to 20 grand. So definitely something to look into, that it costs more to take them out than to put them in, because to take them out, there's a reconstruction process. Sometimes you have to get a lift. There's more to the process than simply putting an implant in. So definitely think about that if you're considering to get implants. Anyways, going back to that story, I found out the cost was gonna be 15 to 20 grand. So I remember praying about it and knowing that in that moment, I was so convicted. And I said, Lord, I know you have this in your heart for me to take these out. I'm being led to this conclusion. I don't have that finance. So I'm gonna just put all faith in you, knowing that I don't know how these are gonna come out, but these are gonna come out. I then started having a little issue. It started weird events started happening where I had a liver enzyme issue. One day I just thought, you know, I want to check my blood results. I had never done that, and I pride myself in being really healthy. So when I did that, my liver enzymes came out really abnormal, and then I kind of freaked out. And then I thought of all the things that could be affecting my liver, because I don't drink, I'm pretty healthy. And so it was a shock that my liver enzymes were not the best. And I thought, what if my implants, just a thought, what if my implants are leaking silicone? And so I kind of freaked out. And so they sent me to a breast specialist, Dr. Lori Vanyo. I absolutely love her. I'm so grateful for her. And she did an ultrasound, and she found a couple lumps. And so I just was like, all right, well, let's do a biopsy. They did a biopsy. They found out that the lumps were benign. So we did a follow-up about a month later, 6 weeks later, and she found another lump, a mass, and she was like, we took it out and we sent it to the lab and it was benign again. And I thought, these lumps keep coming back. What do you think it is? And she said, your lumps, the masses that keep coming on your breast can actually be caused by your implants. At that moment, I was like, if I'm having health issues because of my implants, can my insurance cover that if that's the cause? And so she put in the authorization on my insurance and said, hey, these masses are due to her implants, and so we need to take out her implants. And then that's when my insurance agreed to actually pay for the entire cost. And I was so blown away. So I hesitated at first, I pushed it off, and then finally I got my implants removed, and I'm so happy I did. So now going back to why the sizes are different. So this is my actual boob, and so without having to show you too much, I'm so happy with them. What she did was take out a little bit of the scar that was around my incision initially from putting in implants, and she reduced it, and you cannot see a scar. I went through the nipple and you cannot see a scar because I was so scared that she couldn't go through my nipple and would have to go under, and then you could see a scar because I have really no boobs. And she went through the nipple and she did such a good job. So getting to this boob, why is this boob so big? Why is it like my implant size, right? This boob is actually filled with fluid. We had a little bit of a complication with my right boob, and I knew we would. And when she initially took out my implant, an overflow of fluid started draining out. And so she didn't want to put drains in me. So right now, currently where I'm at in this moment is this boob. I've already gone in twice. The first 2 times I went in right away because there was pain from the fluid. This time there's no pain at all, which is a really good sign. But there's just fluid that's building up inside of the capsule. And so we just have to keep extracting the drain, and it will get to a point where it reduces down to this side. This boob may remain a little bigger, a tiny bit bigger, but not this drastic. So I will do an update video. This video is just to kind of get everyone up to date with the explant journey. And so, yeah, that's why it's a little big. Right now it's its biggest. And with the moment she drains it, it really reduces in size. And it matches. It's not such a huge significant difference, but I have chills. I think I'm getting emotional, but I'm so happy. I'm just so happy that they're out, and I'm so happy that I love the way my breasts look. The moment they took out the implants, I was kind of scared. They bandaged me up, and I was really scared to look at it because I didn't know if I was gonna be horrified. I didn't know what it was gonna look like. For 10 years is a long time to have implants, and it kind of starts becoming a part of who you are, your identity. So I think the thoughts that went through my head was, hey, are you gonna still think you're beautiful without these? Are you gonna still have the level of trust, conviction, and courage within yourself? And I have to say, I have. The one point I struggled was the first time I put on my sports bra after surgery, and I was able to go to the gym, and I kind of looked in the mirror and I was like, ooh, are my breasts a little too small? Like, because I have the regular clothes that I normally wear, which are leggings and a sports bra. And, I had that slight moment, but I kept my head up and I walked out, and now I feel more than confident. It doesn't bother me. I think it's just a thought that came up, but I realized how sexy I am without the implants, and I am more than a woman without the implants too. Implants or no implants, that doesn't make me a woman. And the main reason when people ask me, why did you take out your implants? Because it was before I knew all of these issues. I just had a conviction in me. And the reason I tell them is because I've changed as a person since my awakening 3 years ago. And I don't have that mindset of that my body determines anything for me, that my flesh is what I want to use as how I get things in life. And my mindset really right now is I want people to see the truth of me beyond my flesh. And if having implants determines if I'm worthy or not, well, then they're not the person for me to be my friend, my partner, whatever in my life. I've recognized not to walk with my flesh, but to walk with who am I being in every moment, and knowing there's always opportunities for people to really shift, because I know I have. And I walk with knowing of who am I being in every moment, right? Instead of how do I look in every moment. And I think that's the hugest shift of why I knew, oh, these implants just are not a part of my story anymore. And if anything, they're getting in my way, because I want to enjoy a massage laying down without being frustrated about the way the boobs feel when they're squished. I will say that also when I had the implants, I dealt with scar tissue leakage through the nipple. So when I would lay down and there was too much pressure, there would be like a yellow gunk, like a liquid. And I kind of have it on my sheet, one part of my sheet that it won't come off now. And so that was also embarrassing and annoying. And now I don't deal with that. My boobs are soft. They just feel so good, except for this one is not soft because it's filled with fluid. It's that pocket, because I went under the muscle, it's that pocket where your implant lays. Now fluid is built up in that, and that does happen to a lot of people that get explants, so they have to put drainages. But my doctor was like, we don't need to put a drainage. We'll be able to there's a word for it, what they do when they extract it. And she's like, it's the same as a drainage. You just don't have to deal with draining out the drainage, which I'm so glad I don't have to, because honestly, I don't think I would have. I have to also say, after my surgery, my energy was on cloud 9. I was just really excited, really happy. I still hadn't looked at my boob, but I just felt good. I just felt good. I had a lot of energy. The moment I got up from surgery, I had no pain from taking out my breast implants. I just had concern of how are these gonna look. And then 3 days later, when I was able to take off the bandage and I had a shower, I finally looked at it and it was all bloody. I shared the photos. It was all bloody. And I was so scared. I was like, I don't want to look at these. And then I looked at them and I was like, they're actually really not bad at all. And they actually feel good, and there's a little more than what was there before. And so I hope I've conveyed how happy I am I took them out. And this video is not to tell you what you should and shouldn't do. I celebrate women. You want to get implants or not, it doesn't matter. It doesn't make you less of a person or more. But remember that, like, implants don't define you. You know, that surgery doesn't define your worth. Your worth really comes from what's inside of you. I think I'm gonna get crying when I share this, but yeah, your worth comes from what's inside of you. And I think that's the most important part of being human, and everything else is just an experience that you're experiencing. So don't let anything define you but what's in here. And if you don't like what's in here, that's okay, because there's room for growth, there's room for change and opportunities, and you don't have to be who you don't like. And it's really just going inside and doing that work for you, or you doing that work for you. And so that's been my journey with taking out my breast implants, and I'm super happy that I did it. Happy about my boobs, happy about my doctor, so happy. She's amazing. And you know what? After I found out she could take them out, my insurance was gonna cover it, I still wanted to go to a surgeon. That was like the still fear part of me. And then something just led me back to her. And then I was like, I'm gonna look at her reviews, because I look at reviews. Like I look everywhere for information. She was the only surgeon that I found 5 out of 5 reviews. And I remember the first day I went to go see her, I remember a lady sitting next to me, and she was going through boob issues and she had to have surgery with Lori, and her telling me, you're in really good hands with her. She is amazing. And I don't know, I felt such resonance when they said that, and I felt like, oh, okay, cool. Like I felt really great. And to find out that was like my message, and there just a series of events that happened to lead me to there. I just really grateful about it, and yeah, this video is getting super long, but I'll do an update once the fluid's done and like my boobs are like the way they are gonna be, and maybe I could put on a bikini top. My legs are falling asleep. Maybe I could put on a bikini top to kind of show you. So, to kind of show you more, maybe this, I don't know. I just put on a sports bra. I thought this was gonna show a lot, but yeah, your boobs don't define you. Anyways, if you liked this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. You can share it to one of your girlfriends, whoever who's thinking about getting implants or not. If you have any questions, you can leave it in the comment section. If you're getting implants, I have a few advices I wish I listened to before getting my implants, so I can give you those advices so that you're in love with your implants. And if you're going through explant and you have any fears, leave it in the comment below so all of us can kind of be there to support one other and build a community. If you haven't followed me already, go ahead, hit the subscribe button. Literally, I share just everything on wellness, spiritual work, and just how to live a more well-rounded life, and just that's all I really share. And yeah, thank you for watching this video if you've made it this far, and God bless. Love y'all. Bye.